Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, The Museum Archive. Today, we are here in one of the most visited museums of the world, the British Museum, London. In this video, I will show 3 of the significant relics of the oldest inhabited continent on Earth. Come and join me, and together we will spend the cultural treasure and riches and learn relevant historical events in the Garden of Eden of Africa. Number 3. The Tree of Life symbolizes the dynamic creativity of Africa. Mozambique suffered from war and natural disaster in the later 20th century after the armed struggle for independence from colonial rule ended. Mozambique experienced a civil war from 1976 to 1992, in which the country was used as a pawn in a struggle between opposing world powers. Millions of guns were poured into the country during the war, most of which remain hidden or buried in the bush. The threat of these weapons led Bishop Dom Dennis Singulani to set up the Transforming Arm into Tools TAE project in 1995, which is supported by Christian Aid. Mozambicans are encouraged to hand over weapons in exchange for items like plows, bicycles, sewing machines. In one case, a whole village gave up its weapons in exchange for a tractor. Some of the weapons are then cut up and turned into sculptures by a group of artists in Maputo. Number 2. The Palace Door and Lintel, wood pigment by Olowi of Isi. These door panels and lintel are from the Royal Palace at Ikiri in Nigeria. They were commissioned around 1910 by the Ogoga of Ikiri from the Yoruba artist Olowi of Isi, who was a renowned court artist with several royal patrons across Yorubaland, and was widely acknowledged as one of the most important Yoruba artists of the 20th century. These sculptures are characteristic of Olowi's carving style, with extremely high relief and figures, often in dynamic poses, set against a textured painted surface. The carving appeared to record a historical meeting between the Ogoga, seated to the left, with his wife standing behind, and Captain Ambrose, a British colonel officer who was carried in a hammock. Ambrose is accompanied by porters carrying boxes of cowrie shells that were collected as taxes. His predecessor, Major Reeves Tucker, is thought to be depicted on horseback above. The lintel shows birds attacking decapitated human heads, as well as denoting capital punishment. This motif was often associated with human sacrifice, while no longer practiced when the lintel was carved. Historically, this served as a way for Yoruba rulers to demonstrate their authority and wealth. Number 1. The Benin Bronzes. Produced in the West African kingdom of Benin by the 1500s by guilds of craftspeople working for the court of the Oba, best known of the Plaques Bronzes. The Benin Bronzes are a group of sculptures which include decorated cast plaques, human and animal head figures, and ritual and personal objects, and while commonly referred to as bronzes, and they are made of bronze and brass, probably made to cover wooden pillars in the Oba's place, and mostly show scenes of palace life and ritual, and reference Benin's trades and diplomatic exchange with Europeans, which commenced in the late 1400s with the Portuguese. Few records exist that show how the plaques were originally arranged. historical event that led to partition of the Benin treasures. Up to the 1890s, the West African Kingdom of Benin resisted British colony control. In 1897, a highly provocative British mission to Benin City was attacked, and its 230 African and 7 British members were killed. This triggered a large-scale British military expedition, and Benin City suffered a violent and devastating occupation with many casualties. Objects were plundered from palaces and shrines, including nearly 1,000 brass plaques. Oba Ovanramwen, Benin's king, was deposed, marking the end of Benin's independence and its integration into the British Empire. Thousands of objects were brought to Britain as official spoils of war and personal trophies. How Benin objects came to the British Museum? In 1897, the museum displayed 304 Benin brass plaques loaned from the Foreign Office. The government subsequently donated 203 to the British Museum. The collection grew to around 900 objects through later acquisition from British private collections. Many museums purchased Benin works looted in 1897. Today, over 80 museums worldwide have Benin collections, with the most significant in Britain, Germany, the USA, and Nigeria. That's all, guys. Hope you enjoyed this short video. I would like to thank the British Museum for the valuable sources and materials. Please don't forget to comment and share your ideas below. And for more video presentation about museum relics, monuments, artifacts, please click like and subscribe to my channel, Museum Archive. Thank you.